Hello Space Engineers, welcome back to Hephaestus Prime. Thanks for joining me this morning. Hope you're all fit and well. Now, what am I doing and where am I going? Early start this morning and couldn't resist a little bit of an opportunity. So I was over at the trading post cashing in some of my acquisition contracts, and I happened to spy a hauling contract that was 60 odd kilometers away. So I grabbed that opportunity to go out for a little bit of a fly and find another trading post. Most of the hauling contracts are like way out on the outer rim, and even with a jump drive, I can't fathom how you can actually complete them in the allotted time. But this one's 60 kilometers away, 25 minutes, I think I can do it. So go for a bit of an early morning fly and yeah, just check out some of the countryside over this side of the mountain. So yeah, once I've gone out for my cruise, I need to think about a couple of things. One being a grinder attachment for the Centipede. Attachment, a module, a grinder module for the Centipede. They're modules, they're not attachments. Let's have a bit of a look at that flying by. I think I'm low enough that it's not going to take a pot shot at me. Yeah, they're pretty harmless, those transport things, not like frigates and stuff. I don't want to really go near any of them. What was I saying? Yeah, so a couple of projects that I've got to sort of get on to is one, a grinder module for the Centipede, and also some storage on the main base, Fort Rutherford. Now the reason for this is I'm actually getting quite full of components. Sometimes not the right components, but components nevertheless. So off camera I did a bit of work. The Grapefruit's been going back and forth between Treasure Island and the base, and that's, I think, pretty much cleared out the storage container over there. So that's why I sort of need to work on the grinder module for the Centipede so I can really finish off Treasure Island, grinding that down. But what I also did was headed over to that nearby outpost, over to that nearby lookout post, because it was only a few k's away from the base, so I just snuck over in the flyer. And yeah, and because it was on quite lumpy terrain, I was actually able to get quite close and get it with my handgun, apart from the 2 times that it kind of killed me, but well, actually 3 times. But anyway, we won't speak of that again. So once I took it over, I was able to just take a load back in the flyer and then come back with the Centipede with the storage module, and just 2 short trips it was all dropped up and back at the base. So that was quite good, just knock that one off. So now the containers are quite full back there, not overflowing or anything like that, there's still room for more stuff. I guess my concern is that I'm going to have to start carving out some stuff, some more alcoves and whatnot. So that's certainly on the near horizon of work to do, and probably need to keep the stone and process it. So I really need to start thinking about storage for ores, storage for the components, and processing, manufacturing, refining, all that sort of stuff. So that's sort of on the cards in the near future. So we're still 18 k's away. I am cruising, but yeah, we might just skip over to the trading post. And so here we are, a new trading post discovered. So yeah, let's have a look at what's inside. Don't think I'll be doing many acquisition contracts with it though, it's a bit far away, but still quite doable within the time frame allotted. Assuming I don't get stuck in a hole. Oops. Right. Where's the front door? Maybe we're on this side. There we go. Really was expecting an entrance over there, and oh, it's all the way down there. Nothing. Can't get into any of those lockers. See, wasn't there a door there? That would have made life a bit easier. Right, here we are. There we go. Done. Yeah, I'm not doing any of those acquisitions, but just see if I can do a return hauling thing. 120 Ks. Okay. It's still too far away, but good to know that there are other trading posts. I assume that's on the opposite side of the planet. Now we'll have a look in the shop and see what we can buy. Data pads, always grab the data pads. Never know when you find a trading post nearby. Zone chips. Might just grab all those while I'm here as well. $2 million. Yeah, I've got plenty of money. All those acquisition contracts that I've been doing, I've been steadily increasing the bank balance. Everything else in there just seems to be the old typical components and whatnot. Right, let's get back into, just have a quick look in these beds, but it doesn't seem to be anything in here. And we'll get back to the flyer and head back. And yeah, you may have noticed that fortress tower popped in as well. So that's on the way back. So I'm just going to have a bit of a swing by there. I'll give it a wide berth, but I just want to have a look at what that one actually is. How nice. A second sunrise for me. I guess that's what happens when you travel west quicker than the rotation of the planet. So just since I'm passing this fortress tower, I'm keen to have a look at it. Even from back here, it looks absolutely humongous. I will be giving it a wide berth. I do not want to get shot by it. Yeah, that is ginormous. And even from back here, I can see quite a few turrets, and they look like missile turrets actually. Yeah, okay. I don't think I'll be going anywhere near that one. I think we'll give that one just a big miss. Is that a drone? That is a drone. Atmospheric fighter. Okay, I wasn't really planning on that. I didn't think the modular spawner, the ground occupation one, did pirate bases that spawned. I think I'm quicker than it. Hopefully I can outrun it. Actually, if I just stay in front of it, I might be able to shoot it. I'm going to have a nudge at this. I'm going to give it a go. I've got the override on, so I just need to just drop that off briefly. Fingers crossed. It's either going to work or it's not. Here we go. I'm making contact. Ooh, got something there. How's that going down? It's certainly slowed down quite a bit. Alright, we'll give that another go. I just think it's too good an opportunity with it chasing me. I think I can do this. And it certainly would be good to get all those engines and stuff. Hopefully I'm not being too greedy. Oh, yes. There it is. Oh, shooting back. Oh, there's a bit of smoke coming out the back of my one. Alright, what I might do is I'm just going to duck down behind this hill here, because if it's flying straight for me, maybe it'll crash into the hill. See how it goes. I mean, I can always just run away anyway. if I get down low, because I'm sure it just chases after me, sort of just like a beeline, whether there's a hill in the way or not. Okay, so that slowed it down for a while, but it's certainly overcome it. Yeah. Run away. Oh, it's a lot closer than what I thought. But I'm under it, so hopefully I can get some of those downward. Ooh. Okay, that's knocked out my Gatling gun. Alright, so now it is very much a runaway type thing. I still think that's probably the way to go. Use some of these hills to try and get it to crash. And there's another base over there. Just try and get ahead of it, and I'll try and get around it, sort of flank it. And I just need to find a nice, I think maybe I need to find some sort of cliff or something a bit steeper than that hill. Just checking out the damage on this, and I've lost a cargo container, and yeah, I've still got my thrusters though, so that's good. That's why I'm able to sort of keep out running it. So just that cargo container and the Gatling gun. Oops, wrong button. Alright, so if I just duck down behind this hill, I've got quite a decent head start on it. Been stuck over there for some time, but I think it's now freed itself because it seems to be coming this way in with a bit more speed. It's certainly struggling. If anything, it's scraping off the bottom of whatever's underneath. So I may even, if I can get underneath it with my handgun, because I haven't obviously got my Gatling gun anymore. Yeah, there it is. So if this is nice and steep here, so if I duck down, and hopefully it makes impact on the ground, because even with lack of thrusters it's going to affect its ability to stop at ground level. So I'll just charge off down here. Fingers crossed. I think it's worthwhile the risk. Quite a nice lake down here actually. I don't know why I just clearly didn't come this far across when I was looking for a location for the base. But anyway, forget about that, that's done. I just missed the cliff. Yeah, no, I'm happy with the base location, that's going to stay put, that's for sure. Alright, we'll just try and flank this again. And this time maybe I'll have a go at getting up above the cliff. It's a good little dogfight this. Helps that I'm quicker than it. And I am just wary of my power supply as well. So I've still got a quarter of an hour, and it's only going to take 5 minutes to get back to the Fort Rutherford from here. Now what's it doing? Is it trying to return back to its base? Because it seems to be trying to get up that cliff. I'll just go and have a bit of a watch, I think. So it certainly is struggling to get up that cliff face. I can only imagine the damage it's doing to itself. I think it's just about made it up now. I'll just back off over here, and once it's up, then I think I'll go and land on the lake. As long as I'm landed, I don't think there's any way that it's going to be able to get below me or at the same level as me, and then I should be able to get underneath it with my gun. Certainly does seem like it's sort of floundering a bit, so I guess now is the time to do it, but I will go and find a nice little spot to park, which has a little bit of cover. Alright, here seems like a pretty good spot. Thing is, it does occasionally chase me, but then it turns around and goes back. I'm not quite sure what's going on. Clearly it must be hurt, and it's not thinking straight. So I think that'll be safe enough there by itself. It's going to have to be. There's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, see, it was chasing me, but now it's sort of going away. It's just stuck behind that ridge. But yeah, I don't think there's anything that's going to get me from underneath. Yeah, it's not even trying to. Alright, just trying to knock out some of those down with upward thrusters, but maybe I might just go up underneath with a grinder. I'll just do the old Control Z and try and get the dampeners to match that of the fighter. Now it's a bit of a fucking Bronco, that's all good. I'll take out this battery that might just lose enough power for it to gently come down to the ground. Okay, no, that's made no difference at all. Actually, there's a remote there. Before I take out any more thrusters, I can just get in there. There we go. I think that's done it. Alright, just have to have a little bit of a look-see up on top, because there's probably still some Gatling guns up there, I'd imagine. Just have a bit of a peek over the top. Yep, there's one there. Hopefully I can get it from underneath. Yep, there we go. We seem to be moving. Alright, we'll get these, just get these turrets, not turrets, Gatling guns. Don't want to walk in front of them or fly in front of them, so I'll just deal to those now. Oh, almost fell in front of that one. Oh, well that ammo's gone. Oh! Not paying attention. We've just crashed. Alright, what's it doing now? Okay. It seems to have stopped. I don't think it's going anywhere else. Alright, now what to do with it? Can I fly it back? I guess the alternative is to chop it up. I won't be able to get anything into the flyer, although there's probably enough parts here to repair that cargo container that's there. I'll just continue to take out these guns so I don't forget. Have I got that one? It sort of still looks alright. I think that's all of them. So I can chop it up. I'd need to come over with the Centipede with the storage module on it, so that's an option. Or what about if I use the flyer and just land the flyer on top of it? Or, no, I'll use a merge block. If I merge the flyer to it, then I'll be able to utilize the engines and stuff that are on here probably. Not that the engines will probably work for the flyer, because I don't think they'll be owned, but that would at least sort of keep it airborne. I will give it a go. What could go wrong? So much just for a leisurely fly this morning. I really wasn't expecting any of this. Alright, so I'll go and get the flyer and yeah, chuck a merge block on there, and yeah, as I say, fingers crossed it'll all link up and we can make it back. Right, connected alright. And seems to be moving alright. It's not fighting back. See how we fly? Yeah, no, it's not working too bad. Yeah, that's fine actually. Jolly good. Alright, I thought it could buck and bronco and sort of try and push back and counteract what the flyer was doing, but no, it's all working fine even though I don't control those thrusters. Let's just have a look at the damage to my one. I don't know which is more damaged. Probably the atmospheric fighter, but yeah, that's not to say it's not noticeable, that big hole in the top of mine. It's a fairly decent sized machine actually. It's a lot bigger now that I look at it. Yeah. Anywho, there is that little outpost just passing. I have no intentions of going anywhere near that. I think this is more than enough for today, so let's get this back to the base and move on to the next thing, which I think will be something to do with some grinders. Okay, that didn't take too long to get back at all, just on final approach. Of course, getting here wasn't the issue. Stopping seems to be the issue. I'm not sure how many backwards thrusters I've got, but I don't think it's many. In fact, I get the impression maybe I've only got the couple that are actually on the fly. I'm not sure if the atmospheric fighter has any at all. My nice new sign there as well, just point that out. All these things I meant to sort of talk about today, because I was meant to be back before now, but I've certainly been sidetracked by this drone. So I put that sign in. Also, I put in a whole lot of lights along the roof. Now that took absolutely forever, just because of the way that I've set them up. They poke through into a sort of scaffolding grid that's up above them, and it just was very painstaking to dig that tunnel so as not to accidentally drill through the top of the roof. Okay, so back safe and sound. What to do? Okay, I think I should try and lock that thing down. Now, one of the things I did on the way back was made sure that all the Gatling guns were turned off, not only on this, well, no, I know they're off on this because I ground them all down, but jumping into the antenna and making sure that all the guns were off on the beast and all the other things around here, so may need to set that up on a bit of a switch so I can just turn them all off in one hit rather than individually checking them. Okay, so plan of attack, I'm going to put this block in and I'll just raise this thing off the deck a little bit. And then I'm going to build a grinder attachment for, module. Then I'm going to build a grinder module for the Centipede, which was always a plan for today, and grind this thing down. So yeah, that's a bit of a plan. But first of all, I think I had better actually sort out this flyer as well and just repair that. So I think I'll just hook a projector up to it, and then that should be able to plug the gaps. Let's just see if we can get this working. Yep, it's locked. Fantastic. We'll just chop this off, is probably the easiest way. And we'll park up and yeah, pop a projector on this and plug those great big massive holes in the back. Now, I've just noticed this fighter docking station, which is 7.5 k's away. Yeah, I think that's only just appeared, so that's quite close. And yeah, that's a bit of a concern, actually. Now that I know that some of these ground occupation bases can spawn fighters, I imagine that that one is going to be able to do the same. So that may require a little bit of investigation at a later stage. And yeah, I think I have to put some defences around here, because if it's going to follow me back, I'm not game to take another one on and just to fly by itself, especially given what I'm facing repairing it right now, which I think I probably got off pretty lightly actually. But certainly after just saying that it was getting a little boring having the surface or ground occupation mod, yeah, it's changed quite a bit. Yeah, it's put a very different dynamic on the game now. So I think this fly is all repaired now, and yeah, we'll get on to the next task, which is the grinder module. Just moving the centipede out of the way so I can access that connector just there. So this will be just the sort of standard attachment, similar to the drill head I think, although it won't have the connectors as ejectors of course. And just do the important thing, get the colour right. So rather than a 3x3 pattern like on the drill module, I'm going to go for a 2x3, so there'll be 6 grinder heads in total. That should be enough. It's not as though like the drill module that I have to burrow down and fit the whole thing through. Right, would have thought I had plenty of interior plates, but I'll just queue some more up. So just trying to figure out the orientation of these connectors, conveyor connectors. Yeah, because I need to branch off. Yeah, I really want a connector that's got 3x3s on all sides, but that's not how they work. So yeah, I'll just might regret it, but I'll just put a bit of conveyor in there because I won't be able to attach to it. Just weld these up so I can actually see the orientation and figure out where they need to go. So I think that sorts it out that I can just put extra conveyors down here and they'll link in the right way. So they'll act like sort of T-junctions, one below the other. Seems like I did have enough interior plates, so I just had a full inventory. So this is quite a basic module in comparison to some of the other ones that I've built. Yeah, I think that'll work. So I'll just put the 6 grinders on the front there. I don't think it really makes any difference what way around the discs go, whether they go horizontal or vertical. But just for my OCD, we'll keep them all vertical. Now, I'm just going to put these on and weld them up, and that will probably be us for today. I will grind down the fighter, of course, but I'm not going to put any engines or batteries or anything like that on here for now. I'll do that off camera probably. I'll just get this operational and make it all nice and pretty and stuff as well. So that should be ready for your next episode to have a look at. The finished version, landing gears as well. Okay, so I think that's just about enough to make it operational. Everything's all connected up. I'll just maybe reinforce those. A bit paranoid about that sort of thing breaking off. And I'll have to lock that connector. Actually, I'll just change the name of it while I'm here as well. That's fine. Oh, forgot to lock it. There we go. Don't want to grind down that whole fighter and have all the bits go nowhere. Just name this one while I'm here as well. If I don't do it now, I'll forget and I'll regret it later, as has been the case numerous times in the past. Alright, there we go. I'll just program this up quickly in the screens. Now, I can't remember if you've actually seen all these screens. I don't think you have, now that I think about it. So what I've done is, I talked about this I think last time, I've put in screens for each of the toolbar menu sort of as a guide, and there's also my altitude and weight thing there, as long as the mass for the module, the storage module. So that's thanks to that automatic LCDs 2 mod, so script. So yeah, certainly once again subscribe to that and really thumbs up for that creator. So when I go into each menu, I sort of can figure out what's what, and I'm setting them up quite similar, so sort of in parallel, so that the right buttons are in the right place. So I'll just copy the drill module, because that will end up being pretty similar to the grinder one, and just double check on those settings for the font color and size, etc. And of course I'll need to set up my menu bar to reflect the screen that I just put up. So I only got the 3 things at the moment. Goes on, I've done the drill group. There we go. Okay, so switch everything on. Do that and the storage module. There we go. Okay. Let's just cruise over there and just try and get a good view. Don't know what's going to be the best view to try and line up right. It's a bit hard in the tunnel. Oh, scraping. Lift up a bit. probably want to go down one side, I'd imagine. It's not the ideal tool for doing this type of breakdown, because bits do tend to fall off. There we go, contact. Let's drop down a bit actually again now. Probably needed to mount the thing on a couple of blocks rather than just the one. But that seems to be working alright, as long as it can deal to those larger blocks that have lots of components. And I don't know why that just let go then, but we'll just see if we can tilt forward a little bit, trying not to take out the floor. Yeah, it's better. So yeah, there's going to be bits and pieces left on the ground. Oh, that goes flying. Certainly for this type of small grid. Yeah, I think that's as good as I'm going to get. I'll park this up. Certainly for the small grid, probably sort of grinder pit is a better way to go. But that's a good first test run. And yeah, I'll take it over to the pirate base and Treasure Island and grind down that, I think. So probably don't need to see that on camera. I think I'll do that off camera once I've got some more storage. So storage is going to be the next thing I think I'm going to have to deal to, because I'm pretty chocker, as I sort of said earlier. And let's just have a look at what we've obtained out of here. I'm just going through this keypad here. So let's just have a bit of a look. Must deal to those data pads as well. Have a look at those. Yeah, so there's quite a bit of stuff in there actually. So that's a good result. So yeah, I'm going to have to really have a bit of a think about what I'm going to do in regards to storage. I know what I want to do. I just, again, it's chicken and the egg of what order I do things. So I'll grind these components down and try not to grind a hole in the floor. Whoops. And yeah, and that'll be us for today. So as I said, I'll have to have a bit of a think about what the next step is going to be, but hopefully you can join me for that, the next episode. And yeah, hope you enjoyed today. It sort of didn't go to plan. I mean, we got the grinder module done, but I really was not expecting to be chased by a drone and end up in that long dogfight, which I've no doubt edited quite a bit of it out. But yeah, a good day, an interesting day. And as I sort of once again said earlier, after talking about the ground occupation mod being a little bit boring, it's certainly thrown me a curveball with these drones. And that fighter base just being right nearby, that's going to make life very interesting. So that's going to open up a whole lot of things in regards to defences, and yeah, assuming that I can't just take it out now. So yeah, I have to investigate that at some point. And yeah, so I've got a whole list of things that I need to do, but that's for later. So once again, thanks everybody for watching today. I hope you did enjoy it, and yeah, look forward to seeing you again next time. Stay safe out there, everybody, and enjoy the day, night, evening, or whatever time it is wherever you are. Have a good one.